Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Art with me, Mr. Bentley. Merry Christmas, everyone. When I was a kid, my family was too poor, and I'm still too poor. And I never had a Christmas tree. But you know what I got? I've got talent. I can make my own Christmas tree, and so can you. All I need is to put together my art materials and my creativity. I'll show you how to do it.
Last time we made a Christmas tree using paint. This time we're gonna make one using paper. Okay, all paper and of course some other mixed media materials, some really cool shiny things. Let's go. Let's make our Christmas tree this time as a collage. First, we want to cut our green paper to size. Once you have your green paper cut to size, you're going to draw the triangle that we're going to use for our Christmas tree. The triangle shape makes the green Christmas tree that we need. First, you want to make your triangle by using 3 points. All triangles have 3 points and 3 sides. Let's make a good healthy triangle using those 3 points and connecting them together, just like how we did in my video on how to paint a Christmas tree. You connect the points together using 2 diagonal lines and then 1 horizontal line at the base. Once you have your points connected, you'll have a triangle shape drawn on your paper. Now it's time to cut. Now remember, when we cut, we always want to hold the paper in the other hand away from the body. We don't want those scissors going into our body or touching our skin. So cut along each side that you just drew to make our triangle for the Christmas tree. Once your triangle is cut, if you notice any wonkiness on the sides, you can just snip those sides off. Treat it like a real tree. I'm using orange paper to make my tree trunk because I don't have brown, because for some reason the construction paper that I have does not have brown in the pack. So I'm just going to use the next best thing, which is orange, and I'm going to use this as my tree trunk. Maybe later I can take a brown crayon or a color pencil or marker or paint and just color it brown, and you'll have that nice orange glow to it anyway. Next, I'm going to take some white paper, and this is going to be used to make the snow on the ground. So I'm going to draw the shape of the lumps, the 3 lumps, onto my white paper. Then I'm going to follow those curved lines with my scissors and cut it out. Now that's going to be the ground that my Christmas tree is going to be on top of. I'm going to put that right there for now. I'm using light blue and I'm folding it in half to make a Christmas card. Okay, I'm going to press it at the seams, make sure that's nice and tight. And I put my paper down. Now I can get my glue. I'm using glue stick. And this is going to press all of my shapes onto the paper nice and sticky. First, starting with my green triangle, which is going to be the main color of my Christmas tree. I'm gluing all corners and then I connect them like I'm drawing with the glue. And if you want, you can spread that out with your finger. I'm just tapping it down onto the center of my Christmas card. So now it's giving the impression of a nice green tree against the blue sky. Next, I take my little orange square that I'm using for a tree trunk, and I'm going to glue the back and then press that underneath the tree. Underneath the Christmas tree. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the snow underneath that trunk because the Christmas tree is on top of the snow. It's not just floating in space. Although that would be funny. Can you imagine a Christmas tree floating in space? I mean, we had some drones floating in the sky recently. Maybe they were Christmas trees floating in space. Who knows what they are? Color my tree trunk brown, but I'm not going to color the whole thing brown. I'm just using these nice brown lines because this is going to give it some nice contrast. I actually like the contrast between the orange and the brown. You know, if color was just one color or one tone, it would look boring. We need contrast. I'm adding some more texture. Instead of just coloring it in solid, I want to give it some depth and texture, and that looks great. It looks like real wood. To me, it does. So that looks beautiful. I like that. So now it's time. Make sure you put the top back on your markers. You don't want them to dry out. I'm going to take a blue marker. Hi, Cloud. I'm going to take a blue marker this time. I put the top on the back so I don't lose it. And I'm outlining my snow. This gives it a nice reflection of the sky. Snow is very reflective, you know, it's very crystalline, you know, with the snowflakes and all. So outlining it gives it a nice contrast, and it gives it the impression of a reflection of the sky as well. Now I'm going to get a green marker, and I'm going to outline the green triangle shape with my green marker. This just gives my shapes a little more depth, and it also gives it a kind of cartoon feel. I know it's paper, but we want it to look like a cool cartoon Christmas tree, you know, kind of like, remember, I don't know if you know about Charlie Brown, but Charlie Brown was one of my favorite cartoons back in the day, and there was like a whole episode dedicated to Christmas tree and, you know, finding a good one, and there were some that looked really wonky. I'm now drawing like this cool little pattern on here to give the impression of the leaves in the tree. You can figure out a nice pattern that works for you. Now it's time to decorate the card. I'm using some ribbon that I put at the top and the bottom. You can even fold it over on the back of the card to give it a cool, nice framed look. This ribbon I cut with my scissors, and it kind of looks like Christmas lights. It is Christmas lights. Now here's where we get to do some fun stuff with the decoration of the Christmas tree. You can use sequins, you can use paper, cut paper that you have, you can use buttons, you can use stickers, you can decorate your tree however you want, which is really, really fun. Probably the most fun thing about having a Christmas tree, putting the lights and the decorations on it. Not so much fun after Christmas when you have to take the tree down and find out where to pack all that stuff. But Hey, we don't need to think about that right now. We just want a beautiful tree and a nice card that you can give to your loved ones. And don't forget to put a star on top of the tree. Star, but you can put a butterfly if you want to. You can put anything you want on top of your tree. I'm using this gold glittery star sticker, and I think that looks lovely. Oh, would you look at that? My tree is all done. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it so much. Thank you for spending the time to create a Christmas tree card with me, and I hope you give it to someone that you love from the bottom of your heart. And most of all, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you next time. Check out my snowflake video, how to make a snowflake, guys.